Well, good morning. Finished a 3-mile run, hanging out here at the house with the boys. We're going to catch some basketball today. Saturdays usually end up being my basketball day during college basketball season. I love college basketball, and of course I'm a diehard Duke fan. I catch almost every single game, and if I don't watch a game live, then I will go watch the replay. And so I do watch a few other sports. I'm not a big sports fan. I'll probably watch the football championship game, pulling for Clemson. But while I don't condone violence, I do sometimes watch girls basketball here in the high school. So today we're going to go down and watch some high school basketball. Mainly we got one church girl, Raylyn, that plays, and we're going to go down and watch her play. But we're going to be back in time to watch Duke play at 6 o'clock tonight. Be on it. Basketball is probably my favorite sport to watch. It goes all the way back to my childhood. The earliest that I remember is listening to Duke basketball games with my granddaddy White on this radio that looked like a robot. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was white and it looked like it had ears in the face. We used to have the two little dials for the eyes. We used to listen to Duke play on that. And as I got older, would be able to watch it on TV some. And then in middle school, my dad was working for somebody or helping somebody at Cameron Indoor Stadium, so I was able to go to a few different games and watch Duke play live. Now, this was the years of the 91 championship, and I met Christian Laettner and Brian Davis and Bobby Hurley and those guys, so Duke's been ingrained in my soul for a long time. But I just enjoy watching the game of basketball. So today we did. We went around and watched some high school basketball. Came home, watched the Duke game. It's halftime right now, and Duke is putting a whooping on Wake Forest. The boys are upstairs playing. You may hear them in the background. I think it's important for pastors to have something that they enjoy doing for fun. You have to relax. You can't always be on. You have to have something. But basketball's been fun for us, for me in ministry. One of the guys from our church is also a Duke fan, and he comes over most of the time and watches Duke games with me, which is a lot of fun. I'll show a little bit of video of the other night. We were sitting down watching the Duke game, drinking Pepsi, because my granddaddy, that was our tradition. You watch Duke, drink Pepsi. When I was in Bible college in Hendersonville, I bought this picture for my granddad, and after he passed, it came back to me. Just some good memories. Also watched a lot of Duke basketball with my dad. I remember watching the Duke-Kentucky game in the semifinals when Christian Laettner hit the shot. I remember being in the bedroom and thinking, oh, Duke's lost this. They're not going to win. And then seeing it happen, I remember that day. And then going to Cameron with him. And even now, we talk a little Duke basketball. The opportunities that I had as a kid to go to Cameron are something that I now treasure. I did not know the experience that it was at the time. even when I was still living there, we moved to Jordan, and people started to learn that I was from North Carolina. And there was a young lady in the town here that one of her bucket list desires was to watch a game at Cameron Indoor Stadium. And that just floored me because I did not realize the moment that I had and the opportunity other people are looking for a lifetime chance to go watch a game there. And I think that reminds me that you have to realize how good you have it when you have it. Basketball's been that for me. I don't really watch much pro ball, although I'm quickly becoming a New Orleans Pelicans fan. I really enjoyed visiting New Orleans. When I went down there to graduate, it was quite a bit of fun. But, you know, with that being Duke South, so many Duke guys down there, I haven't had a chance to watch this year. Kind of honestly waiting for Zion to come back. But Brandon Ingram's been really putting on a show, so that's good. Game's pretty well over now. Nothing left but the crying for the other guys. But Duke's been a big part of my life. Like I said, with my granddad, my dad, my grandmother worked at Duke. I worked at Duke for, I think, maybe a year and a half, 2 years in medical records. I'm very familiar with the campus. I've had the privilege to take my son, Jeremiah, to campus, see Cameron, all that good stuff. But Duke basketball's been a family affair. Even now, my cousin Josh and I will text back and forth during the games. So it's like we're watching the game together. And it's something that means a lot to me. It's very, very important. And so I really appreciate the game of basketball and what it's brought. Good night, guys. This is some random mumblings from a small town pastor.